in Delhi have been the focus of a sustained effort by the Aam Aadmi Party. While much has been made of the success of the 12th grade boards or the relative failures of the 10th grade boards, the real story lies in the long-term changes underway in these schools. In the next half hour, we look at the Delhi government school story. Ambedkar Nagar in Dakshinpuri is part of an adjoining chain of slum resettlement colonies in southeast Delhi. Tough, notorious neighborhoods, densely populated, where squalor, poverty and crime are a daily part of life. Crime especially involving young people, even children. This is the Anusuya Prasad Government School in Ambedkar Nagar that caters to students from these neighborhoods. The morning session is for the girls, post-1 it becomes a boys' school. The school may officially be on its summer vacations, but there are students everywhere.
पिछले 15 दिन से हमने प्रोजेक्ट पे स्टार्ट किया है। सर ने ये प्रोजेक्ट हमारे स्कूल में लगवाया है, तो काफ़ी बच्चे इसे एंजॉय भी कर रहे हैं।
क्या मजा आया? अच्छा, बिल्कुल हिंदी में क्या कहते हैं? In classrooms doing extra work to help bring the weaker students up to par, part of Bunyad, a Delhi government initiative launched this year. These are astonishing sights for anyone who's been familiar with the school. Less than 4 years ago, the school was infamous. Like the neighborhood, it made news for all that was wrong with it.
You are sitting in a school which is situated in Dakshinpuri. जब मैंने ज्वाइन किया था in 2015, तो I was totally shocked और ये notorious स्कूल माना जाता था। दिल्ली में कहीं कोई क्राइम होता था तो हर थर्ड क्रिमिनल, फोर्थ क्रिमिनल स्कूल का बच्चा हुआ करता था। बच्चे बुक्स की जगह पेचकस और प्लास लेके आते थे, पंखा उतार जाते थे, कोई भी टॉयलेट की जो भी आइटम्स होते हैं वो कोई भी यहाँ पे सस्टेन नहीं करते थे। बहुत सारे बच्चे ड्रग्स लेते थे, ड्रग्स सप्लाई करते थे, पिक पॉकेटर्स थे। धीरे धीरे हमने काम किया, बच्चों से कनेक्ट इस्टेब्लिश किया और आज स्थिति है कि वही बच्चे आईआईटी में सेलेक्ट हो रहे हैं, बेहतरीन डिस्टिंक्शंस के साथ पास हो रहे हैं। ये सबसे बड़ा।
Kuldeep Singh came to the school as principal in 2015 and is credited for the dramatic turnaround.
First thing, I made this learning place as an interesting place of learning through fun. बच्चा जब ही स्कूल में रुकेगा जबकि कुछ नया इंटरवेंशंस क्लासरूम में होंगी, तो जब बच्चों को ओनरशिप आ गया स्कूल के बारे में कि स्कूल हमारा है, तो वो उसको प्रोटेक्ट भी करते हैं, उसके रिसोर्सेज को भी प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं।
The refurbishment of the school was a starting point, which included both work on the physical structure of the school as well as the facilities within. There are 1,026 government schools in Delhi. 65 of these schools have been cleaned and spruced up. 50 of these have been completely rehauled and are called model pilot schools. 20 new schools and 8,000 new classrooms have been made. While there are still many schools that need work, the improvement in infrastructure is clearly visible on the ground. Its impact evident on the students.
पहले ऐसे डेस्क्स नहीं थे। मैम पहले लकड़ी के थे और उनमें चोट भी लग जाती थी मैम।
अब हमारे लैब्स भी हो गए और उसमें जाने का मन भी करता है, सारे सामान भी पूरे होते हैं।
With great pride and excitement, these students of Kanya Vidyalay Pusa Road gave a tour of their school, keen to point out the changes.
मैम पानी गिरता था, मैम बैठ भी नहीं पाते थे और मैम गर्मी भी लगती भी। मैम यहाँ पर एसी लगे, पंखे लगे, लाइटें।
पहले आप कह रहे हो बिल्कुल अलग था ये।
Yes, मैम बहुत चेंज आ गया।
This is a science lab.
Yes, ma'am.
Much of this is a result of the well-chronicled emphasis on education by the Aam Aadmi Party, which began its term in 2014 by increasing the spending on education in an unprecedented manner. Out of the total 53 crore budget, almost 14 crores has been allocated for the education sector in the state. The Kejriwal government has increased the share of education from 19.7% of the total budget in 2014-15 before it took over to 26% this year. A portfolio handled directly by the Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia. In any debate about education, it's easy to get caught up in political claims and counterclaims, but real and visible change in the classroom can't easily be disputed. The AAP's emphasis was not limited to infrastructure. It included the empowerment of teachers and the principals of each school.
मैं एक्चुअली लीडरशिप प्रोग्राम से जुड़ा हुआ हूँ. आई एम द फैसिलिटेटर डेवलपर. तो डायरेक्टली मैं 220 स्कूल्स के प्रिंसिपल्स को इन्फ्लुएंस करता हूँ थ्रू क्रिएटनेट एजुकेशन प्रोग्राम इज देयर लीडरशिप प्रोग्राम.
Kuldeep Singh is referring to the Cluster Leadership Development Program, an idea introduced by CreateNet, an education collective that seeks to develop the personal and professional capabilities of teachers and principals, in the belief that it is they who can lead a transformation in the quality of education.
लो लेवल के स्कूल हमसे बेहतर परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं.
The man who championed this within the government was the Deputy Director of Education in 2012, Jang Bahadur Singh. The Aam Aadmi Party, seeing the merits of the program, gave it a further boost.
We have been actually collaborating very closely with several non-governmental organizations, be it Pratham in terms of